Welcome to AJ's Den. Can't even do it today, but coming down with a little cold. Haven't spoke to you in a while. Well, shall we begin? I know I had a technical problem on my speaker.com. I played one song and it wasn't working, and I played another song, Woman No Cry. I hope you guys stuck with me. So here we are today. I have been busy. I haven't been able to actually talk to you guys. Finally finished, graduated Saturday with my master's. On to the next one that I'm going to do. I still am going to pronounce. I never said pronounce. What's wrong with me? Announce that what I'm gonna do in St. Louis, Missouri, and I hope people will join me on this journey. Education is gonna be held on hold for a while. But I am going to do something in politics. That's mainly what I have my education in, political science, public administration. So on to the next one. That's all I can say. I had a great time. Thanks to my family members, especially my sister, for coming from my hometown, Florida, and I thank you. Enjoy your visit, and next time stay a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, one thing. I miss you all the way up here in Missouri. But people, let's get down what I have been noticing. I put Trump shutdown, but I'm not going to get into Trump shutdown. The first thing that what I have put on what I was going to talk about. At first it was going to be a Trump shutdown, but I do want to talk about Putin. I don't know why. This is the United States, and I have been noticing that mostly the news media that I barely watch, but because I have these days off, I decide to go ahead and watch it. Even CNN. What's wrong with that? What is this picture? What's wrong with this picture that you're reporting because Putin abandoned? Why am I not getting this out? I don't know why. Putin is banning some rap. And I'm like, why are you reporting this in United States? He's the president of Putin. He's the president of Russia. So I'm trying to figure out. Wait, hold up. I have something coming up on my internet. Okay, I'll do that later. But I'm like, why are you reporting anything what Putin is doing? I can give a rat's ass what Putin believes or what he wants to do or what he want to ban. He doesn't run this country per se. We don't. Well, we have a Mandarin up there that love dictatorship, so maybe he does. He interfere with our voter registration and interfere with our voting election program. So maybe he does run the country. Who knows? But I really don't want to hear anything about Putin banning rap. Why would we care? Give me any reason why would we care? This makes no sense that you guys are reporting about Putin. You got a matron up in a fucking White House that is actually ordering a shutdown and talking about he's proud to shut people down. And people like, I can't believe it. Why can't you believe it? Why can't you believe that Trump don't care to shut down the government for a fucking wall? Why don't you get on there like I do? I get on there, I know if this guy is receiving my tweet, he's pissed off. Because I send a tweet almost every day and tell him to fucking pay for it himself. Because most of the Trump supporters that support Trump are uneducated, unemployed, and they don't know anything about politics. So they're not paying that much of taxes. They're on welfare, but they love saying black folks are on welfare, Africans on welfare, and they're not. It's more Caucasians on welfare than blacks, Africans. We only make 14% of the population. Remember, welfare was created by Roosevelt for you guys. It wasn't for us. But at the end of the day, Trump shutting down the government. He's proud to say that he's going to shut down the government. That means hundreds and thousands of workers will not receive their paycheck or furlough. This is how much he cares about the little man. And everybody is surprised. Why would you be surprised when he has filed bankruptcy 7 times? People say 4. It's 7 times that this man filed bankruptcy. That's why the banks in America stopped lending him money. What make you think that he really care about the little man? In what way? He has not cared about the little man since he was a little child. He have had a silver spoon in his mouth all his life until his dad cut him off. If his own dad saw that, what make you think that you're better? This man has caused, he's been in here in office 2 years and has called $2 trillion a deficit, and talking about he want $5 billion for a wall. Like they can't get a ladder or something to crawl all over the wall. Like they can't swim out in the ocean and go over there. The ocean don't even stop Cubans. They'll get in the raft and come over to America. So what make you think a wall? It's not about a wall. It's about his legacy. He cares only about his legacy. That's why he trying to get rid of everything what President Obama created. But he failed to realize nobody would never forget about President Obama. He was the best president ever in lifetime. Times right now reported that President Obama is still the loving president that ever lived. See, the difference is from President Obama when he entered in 2008, he entered into a depression. You get what I'm saying? Trump, he entered into a great economy, and he's bringing it down. How about them stock markets, though? The stock market, everybody who made money for this whole entire year in the stock market lost all that money, what they made in that year. Interesting. But he's doing such a good job for the economy. And I was listening on one show that I will not mention again. I was mentioned on one show. And the reason why I'm not mentioning it is because some of the stuff, when I listen to the show, I'm like, that sounds familiar from my show when I broadcast. And they won't give me credit, so why would I give you credit? And that's a shame because it's a black show. So no, I'm not giving anyone credit. You have a national talk show, and I guess you don't want the little man to be known. Okay. But anyway, and I would listen to this show, and like I said, I don't know why African Americans, blacks, don't like Trump, and the deficit, the unemployment rate is low. And he spewed out the person. He spewed out the person who's the talk show host, and said, when he spewed out the information, he was saying that, and when President Obama came in, unemployment for African American was 12.0, might be a little higher than that, and it went all the way down to 7.7. And after that, he came out with Trump percentage. Trump, from 7.7, it went down to 6.7. And I'm like, okay, 1% that Trump helped the unemployment of Africans, blacks. So if he did that, that wasn't nothing. So the white guy went on and he said, well, that's helping him. He did not even grasp what President Obama did. From 12 to 7.7. Trump only took away the unemployment for blacks, African, 1%. This was high, way more, from 12 to 7. That's like 6.8 or something like that. That President Obama brought down unemployment. That means President Obama offered more jobs for blacks, Africans. So he didn't want to go too farther in that after the person had to explain to him. And he said, well, when you think the blacks or Africans would want to stop the immigrants coming over. Now, this is how they think about us. Still think we should be slaves. Don't you think that the Africans will want to stop these immigrants coming over because they're taking their jobs out in the field? And I love the person respond. He said, yes. I think the poor white trash can go out. And that's what he said. And he didn't say trash, but poor white people can go out and work those fields. And he hung up on him. I like that. It's because why can't you poor white people go out and work those fields instead of us? Again, you think when you're poor, you're still better than us. Still better than us. And think we still should be out there working the fields. Hell no. I know we not getting out there working it. You want somebody to do anything, you do it. You want somebody to work below minimum wage, you do it. You're not better than us. No, the reason why you think you better than us is because society, this system made to make you think that you're better than us. I don't know why, because your skin is lighter than ours, that you think you better than us. I have asked several Caucasian on social media, why do you, and they have hatred amongst themselves with us, towards us. And I say, why you hate black people so much? Why do you hate African people so much? And the first thing they couldn't respond. It was like a silence. Because that's a question you need to ask these racists. Some will come back and say, well, you're taking the jobs away from us. I said, how is that we're taking a job? Have you applied for a job? Do you have a degree? Because most of these companies are asking for a degree. And the first thing they say, no, I don't have no degree. I shouldn't have to have a degree. Why not? You think you should get these jobs without a degree or experience? Because you're white? Yes. See, the attitude is, I don't need a good degree because I'm white. I don't need experience because I'm white. This is their attitude. They think that we shouldn't have none of these jobs, that we're getting degrees and we have the experience. And they will have to teach them, but yet they don't have to teach us. They have the attitude that we should be out in a field somewhere. That is not going to happen. White America, wake the hell up. You're not going to see us in no fields. You're stopping the immigrants that are coming over here and have freedom, and you're hurting their kids. A 7-year-old died of dehydration last week. They're marking these kids with numbers. What do that remind you of? Do that not remind you of Nazi Germany? How they marked the Jews with numbers. These kids are just coming over here with their parents. They don't know what's going on. And they're just trying to seek asylum. They're trying to gain freedom so they can work. Most of you Caucasians don't even want to work. But you put it on us and say, most of your black folks lazy. That is not the truth. Look at the statistics. We have 50,000 jobs available right now. And no one is applying for it. Because we already know President Obama is gone. He was bringing in 500,000 jobs. Trump, last time I checked, it was 120 jobs per month. GM is leaving. I already talked about Holly Davidson, talked about the panels, the solar panels. People lost their jobs. I talked about the nail company. They're shutting down in Missouri. That's why GM is leaving. Because the tariffs. that this man blatantly sat up there and forced China, thought China wasn't going to come back on them, on us. This is what I can understand. That again, I know that most Trump pets, they just really don't know about politics and why diversity is a must. You can't sit up there and say America, make America great again without any allies. You think that dictator over there in Russia or North Korea is going to have your back? Hell, they can't even take care of themselves. Diversity is a must. It's because when the last time United States actually produced anything? Most of our product and produce come from foreign countries. But you keep on saying you want to make America great again. How the hell you can make America great again? I didn't know it lost its greatness. Hell, I didn't know it was great. When it compared to how we live, how black America live. You don't even want to recognize us because of a dark skin of our dark skin. You want to still keep this system systematically made against us. As Trump went into office, the first thing he did is go do something to go against us, putting Betsy DeVos in there. Of school education. That this woman is destroying the public school system. She finally got sued not too long ago, last week, and she finally have to email people who have a student loan, like myself. She have to forgive it. But the crazy thing, people, you're not paying attention. That she's putting in policies that if you're raped in a university, you're gonna get scrutinized. She changed that, what President Obama put into play. So it will be less rapes now, again. What of Trump and his administration is doing to this country? You Trumpettes don't even care. You say that you want America great again, but yet you see this man is tearing down this country and making deficit out of this world. Now you know how he was when he was a businessman. I was talking to my niece, boyfriend, daddy. She's dating a white guy. So the daddy sit up there, and I was around him. I have no problem with guys, Caucasians. I said not all Caucasians are bad. But this guy had the audacity. First of all, he asked me, I heard that you want to be a lawyer. You're going to law school. Yep. What do you got your degree in? Public administration. So don't you think the government should, this is his question, don't you think the government should be run like a business? The government should be run like a business. This is what he said. Then first question then is a statement. So I looked at him and I said, the government cannot be run like a business. You concede as Trump in office. He said, well, yes, it can. I say, no, it can't. Trump cannot answer to himself. That's what a business is. And then he interrupted and he said, well, it's like a board. I said, the government is not a board to answer to one person. Trump had to answer to millions. A board can have attained 20 people on the board. This man have to answer to millions. It's not about him. So, he didn't want to talk to me anymore. He started talking to other people who gonna feed that ego, or who's not gonna be on the level. See, this is what these guys, but see, let me go back. He's gonna like Trump because he's in that business atmosphere and he's getting money back because of that tax plan. See, you guys don't know what's going to happen. That tax plan, we can't file nothing. We're going to owe the government. We're going to owe the government. If you think that we're not going to owe the government, you are sadly mistaken. See, he had to cover that tax plan. And I don't know why you Trumpettes continue to think this man will care about you. You are poor. He taken away from the poor and given to the rich. This is what this tax plan is. Take away from the poor and give to the rich. Now, they're having a fit now because they're seeing how the stocks are doing bad. Stock down is down. But they still going to have these millions and billions and trillions of dollars because of this tax plan that he created. Now, how do you feel like a fool, Trumpet, when he brought up he was going to try to give you a 10% break and he haven't brought that up after you already voted? Haven't even thought about it because he already knew that he wasn't going to be able to give you a tax break. He cannot afford it. This economy cannot afford it because of that tax plan for the rich. He has bamboozled you guys, and you still completely sit up here and accept him bamboozling you. He hoodwinked you. You think you really thought that he was going to give you a 10%? Hell, he said you was going to get a break with the tax plan for the rich. And you never did. I haven't seen it on my check. Keep believing somebody who continue to lie to you. One day you'll wake up, and when you finally wake up, it might be too late. He shows that he does not care about the working class citizen is because the first thing he said that he would be gladly to shut down the government. Now that is sad. But why wouldn't you expect that? Again, I repeat myself and be repetitive. He basically filed bankruptcy on the people who were working class citizens and still haven't got paid yet. So why would you be surprised somebody say they will be proudly to shut down the government who filed 7 times bankruptcy on working class citizens? And we still have people around here that is going to suffer. What about the health care of Obamacare, ACA, aka Obamacare? Judge said it's unconstitutional. He got on Twitter and celebrate. Who does that? As a president, who does that? Celebrate almost 20 million to 100 million people off health care. Who does that? They're not going to replace Obamacare if they get rid of it. But you guys out there, you complain about the penalties on taxes, and you complain about the mandates. But you had health care. Yes, it needed some tweaks there, but you had health care. You have health care. Now you're frightened again because you didn't know ACA was Obamacare. And once you find out, I hate Obamacare. Well, you know, ACA, what about ACA? I love ACA. It's the same. Because you hate the name so bad. And you ask yourself why it's a black man's name. That's why they put Obama on that. That's why they name it Obamacare, so you can hate it. They know this system. They know you guys out there is racist to the T. Most of the neo-Nazis uneducated. They don't even know their own fucking history. They celebrate a traitor to this country. They say they love this country. Yes, I'm going on Robert E. Lee. He was a traitor. He did treason against this country. The flag that he told the people to put it up because he already knew that he was a treasonous. You say, how was it treasonous? He fought against Lincoln. Lincoln was the president of the United States that you claim to say that you love. All these people who fought in the Confederate Army was treason. They was doing treasons and they were traitors. But that flag didn't come up until the Civil Rights Movement came in with Martin Luther King Jr. Why did the flag come up? The flag came up and the statues came up to intimidate our people. To stay in your place, you say. This is why we see so many white women that I talked about all the time. They are the brains. They will cause the muscle to kill. Who is the muscle? The white man. Fox have put out propaganda day and night about black people, black and brown people. You Hispanics continue to sit up here and think you're white. You're not. You're brown people. You better wake up. These people walking around here, they're traitors to this country. But they'll say they love this country so they're proudly to raise that flag. And then have the nerve to put the Confederate flag, raise that the American flag. That's just crazy. See, the problem is they don't know the history and know nothing about politics. They still say that Trump have the 2 houses. That he doesn't. They still say it wasn't a blue wave. Yes, it was. He have to get through the first house before he get to the Senate. And so far, he hasn't. Chuck Schumer and Pelosi just shut him down 2 weeks ago. When he talking about he want $5 billion or he'll shut down the government. Every time I just say that, it just irks me because you're still going to get your food. You're still going to get paid. But yet these people around here are not. Next week, we will see if he shut down the government. And people, you got to realize when he shut down the government, we still have bills. The government still have bills to pay. We don't want to get down to a B average. And people don't know what I'm saying. We on grade system as well. When United States are not paying, you have a system. You have a system A plus plus plus. You have a system. This is almost like a credit score. A lot of people don't talk about this. You have paying your bills. You have a system 3 A's plus, or 4 A's plus, 3 A's plus, 2 A's plus, 1 A plus, A minus. This is all going by how we are paying our bills. And the biggest people who we owe is China. Now, once you get down like a credit score. See, this dumbass in the White House doesn't know that. Once your credit score go down, don't people want to collect then? If you get down to that A, just the A minus, they'll start saying, well, we can't depend on United States paying us back, so we can't, because all that money that he's continuing to get is not coming from us. They're not just printing fucking money out, because if they were printing money out, that means inflation will occur. See, this is what I'm talking about. You know nothing. Most of the people who really support Trump don't know about these things. Don't know what's going on inside the government. So you get this low and you owe these people. They are not going to give you. Who you borrowing from? China, Turkey, whoever you borrowing from. They're going to look at these scores just like your score, your credit scores. Just like your credit scores. And they're looking at this. I'm like, they got an A minus. And how much they asking for it? Clock. They asked for $5 billion from you. A minus? You need to tell them, if I give them $5 billion, I have to buy some land somewhere, or they're gonna have they have to have collateral. Guess what the collateral is? Guess what the collateral is? It can be our future generation. $2 trillion. That is $1 trillion a year since he been in president. Since he been the president. $1 trillion a year. But the Republican was conservative when President Obama tried to get the economy back. And he did it without their help. The economy was doing worse than what it's doing now. And they wouldn't lend him anything. Would authorize, But this guy got in office. Now you can see the true businessman that he is. He wastes a lot of money on unnecessary things. This is what he was doing all these years. As for the health care, haven't came up with a plan yet. A plan that does exist. and all citizens have insurance. See, America have this pride that they want to create it first. Always have to be first. But a healthcare that exists in Germany and Sweden, that the government pays 70% and the 30% come from state or the metropolitans, cities. And that means everyone will have insurance. But they don't want to follow that. They won't want to look at that system. Because the rich don't want to pay for it. But yet they still want the Social Security and disability though. When I say the government need to also get the rich and take it up a notch on their Social Security and their disability. Right now I think it's 65 for the rich and everyone else. They're trying to take it up to 70 for us. But the rich remain the 60, 65. See, you guys need to start reading a lot what's going on. They're trying to make us continue to work all the way up to 70 and let the rich relax. And I think if anything, that it should go up to 75 for the rich and remain 60. Because they already have money. And if they did not put money in the system, they shouldn't get nothing at all. But that's the way of my thinking. You guys, I'm glad I came back and talked to you and talked about this working class, Putin deficit, and Trump shutdown. I wish you all the best. I know y'all Christmas comes up. I celebrate Kwanzaa. And I hope you guys unite, love each other, and stay strong because you're going to need it. You're going to need it right now. Your president do not care and have no worries about a shutdown. That right there alone creates a problem. So people, lift your voice. Every song that I play, I like to say that I do not own. Every song that I have played and going to play, I do not own. So I want you guys to lift your voice and hold on and continue to look for a blessing. And continue to bless people with your ideology of reasoning. Don't just have no reason. Look for a reason.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it